Hey friends! Every season gives us such fun and unique opportunities to bring a little bit of Halloween into our lives. And with summer approaching, I do have 10 Summerween bucket list activities that I'm really excited to get to in the next few months, and maybe it'll inspire you to add a few of these to your summer list as well. The first thing on my Summerween bucket list is to thoughtfully go Halloween decor hunting. If you didn't already know, summer is the time where Halloween decor starts to hit the shelves. I know that sounds a little weird, maybe a little bit counterintuitive if you're not in the know, but yes, it's true. Usually around, I think like after the 4th of July, we do start to see stores like Joann's, Michael's, Target, Walmart later down the road premiering their Halloween lines in stores. Also, how can I forget HomeGoods, TJ Maxx? They're like my favorite place to go Halloween decor shopping because you never know what you're gonna get. I'm a huge decorator. If you've seen any of my videos, you know this. It's a way to set the vibe and aesthetic. It's a way to really curate your space in a way that's very lovely and cozy. My decor aesthetic as I'm hunting for some decor probably can best be explained as like an elevated version of Disney's Haunted Mansion. Definitely on the Gothic side. I love a bat motif, castles, Black Widow, funerary references. I do love a little pumpkin Mickey, so any kind of like traditional Disney Halloween makes my heart so dang happy. And then I do just love traditional Halloween. I have a lot of really cool items that are like the focal point, like for example, the Bride of Frankenstein bust. Like that's an amazing piece, but like having things behind it to really make it amazing as like, decorative corner, I'm missing that, right? Like some trees or just some like little pumpkins here or there. I'm on the hunt for that. My second goal for summer is going to be to celebrate Shark Week. That is taking place on July 7th. It's something I think is hosted by like the Discovery Channel. I don't really care for their documentaries. I find them to be a little salacious, a little over the top, a little silly, but I do love more of like a cultural analysis. Things like Shudder's Sharksploitation documentary that premiered last year. That one is superb. I do love a good shark moment. A book, a movie, documentary, sign me up. Like Snow Shark, come on, it's a no-brainer. I need to read this. Number 3 is read books with themes or motifs similar to Midsummer. Guys, this movie has lived rent-free in my head ever since I watched it a few weeks ago for my spring vlog. I can't stop watching people's breakdowns and analysis of this movie. It's totally shifted and changed the way I view the ending. I love it so much. And I want to keep those vibes going, so I hope I can find that kind of like kooky, Wonderland-esque vibe in some books on KU. There's Summer Island, which is a folk horror comic. In Bloom by Ralph Barton. This one's really interesting because you have a community, I'm assuming it's gonna be like rural, that gives like human sacrifices of virgins that are boys, not girls, interesting enough. And so you have this like group of boys who are trying to like be less innocent in order to avoid dying. We'll see how that goes. And then I found a short story collection called Lonely Hollows, which will give me 15 short little pieces of folk horror whenever I'm in the mood for that. One book that I do plan on reading that I purchased, I rarely purchase anything, but this book is like brand spanking new. I think it's only been released so far in the UK. It is called Lost in the Garden by Adam Leslie. This book is all about a group of, I think about 3 girls that go to a town that they're really not supposed to go to. It sounds so much like Midsummer. So if you have any book recommendations that you feel like are giving off Midsummer movie vibes, definitely let me know down below in the comments. I also am gonna have like a side quest to watch The Wicker Man, the original one I've never seen. The reboot with Nick Cage, I saw what feels like a million years ago, so probably would want to rewatch that. And onto bucket list goal number 4, I want to explore more ocean horror, just like cozy water, summery games on my PlayStation 5. We just, like in the past week, got ourselves a PS5. It is incredibly life-changing. I've been doing nothing, I swear, nothing but playing The Sims 4 on there. It is, such a chokehold on my life, but it is fabulous. I am living my best life, even if all the rest of my hobbies and adulting obligations are out of the window. So knowing so much of my time is gonna be spent playing The Sims 4, I didn't wanna put too much on my to play list. I only have about 3 here that fit a perfect summer theme. The first one here is Spiritfarer. Spiritfarer is a cozy management game that is all about dying. I know, super dark, but that's kind of like where the spooky vibes come from. But it's super cute, I promise. So we're playing Stella, who is a fairy master to the deceased, and that is where the Spiritfarer title comes into play. We are building a boat to explore the world, and then we befriend and care for spirits before finally releasing them into the afterlife. We are farming, mining, fishing, harvesting, cooking, and crafting our way across these mystical seas. Spend relaxing quality time with your spirit passengers, create lasting memories, and ultimately learn how to say goodbye to your cherished friends. It sounds so cute, so wholesome, but also very cathartic. And then there's Lake, which is the most coziest of all three of these. It's September 1st, 1986. You take on the role of 40-something Meredith, who returns from the big city to her quiet hometown. She exchanges her busy career at a software company to fill in for her dad, who is the local mail carrier. During her 2-week stay in the beautiful Providence Oaks, Oregon, she runs into a few familiar places as well as plenty of new friends. As Meredith, you get to decide who to talk to, who to befriend, and perhaps even who to start a romantic relationship with. Giving off the Sims, I love it. Whatever happens, at the end of her stint, she'll have to make up her mind. Return to her demanding job in the big city, or stay in town as a mail carrier. I'm such a big narrative role-playing gamer. This sounds exactly right up my alley. Something that is so striking to me is the graphics in this. I do not know how people create something so beautiful, but I'm ready to really just relax and kind of work through my issues with just work in general, because that's really like at the crux of this story is, her burnout professionally. I couldn't relate more to that. Oh, I'm so excited for this next one. Okay, the third one is the most like Halloween forward one of the three, and it is called Killer Frequency. The year is 1987, and as the clock strikes midnight in small town Gallows Creek, USA, former big city radio DJ Forrest Nash is live on air in what will turn out to be the graveyard shift of a lifetime. In this horror comedy, you must solve puzzles to save callers from being hunted down by a mysterious killer. Where every call is life and death, can you save the inhabitants of Gallows Creek? When I think of summer, I think of slashers for sure, and a slasher killer is on the hunt in this one. It's set in the 80s, which is also such summer vibes for me, and I'm interested to see where the comedy in this horror comedy comes into play. My fifth summer goal is to watch the Lost Boys movie on the beach at the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. There were so many times growing up as a teen where my mom and I and a few of my friends, we'd travel just, over the hill to Santa Cruz, and we'd see movies on the beach. Literally you're on the sand. If you've seen my vlog from last year where I go and take you with my mom and I as we go to the beach to watch The Lost Boys, you know what I'm talking about. So there's a lot of nostalgia wrapped up in this. It's probably a big reason why when I think of vampires, I think of summer. And there was even one time where Corey Feldman actually was performing with his band at the time, right before we saw the movie. It was really cool. My fiance has never seen the movie at all, so I think this will be a really great way to experience it for the first time. You got to get there early. We'll probably make a whole weekend of it. And it's just really exciting to be in a filming location for such an iconic horror movie. My sixth goal on my summer bucket list is to survive the outdoors. Okay, just imagine this. You're at the lake and you're reading a creepy book about the lake. So atmospheric. I love it. My family typically has a summer vacation as a group where we do go to the lake, so that'd be really easy to check off. I did learn just recently that there's a really big company in the ghost tour industry that recently created a tour for my city, so I want to try that out, give myself an excuse to go out into, our downtown areas, whatever, and then, annoy my friends with all of my spooky facts. I just learned recently, and quite randomly, from a solo traveler when I was out of town recently, about Mount Shasta Caverns. They seem so creepy, but so beautiful. That seems like a perfect place to go for that Summerween atmosphere. And then I did learn recently that my area is having some Summerween markets in June, also in August. So I want to be able to support some local businesses and see all the crafts that are local to my area. It truly is tempting to just hang out, craft, read, whatever in my apartment, on my balcony that I've totally souped up for summer. But I gotta get out. I gotta go out into the world, bring a friend with me, and enjoy the beautiful weather. Number 7, participate in some YouTube creator events, which, let me tell you, are the best way to make friends and build community online. Obviously, the most iconic readathon for the summer is going to be the Summerween readathon hosted by Gabby Reads. It is taking place July 5th to the 11th. The theme is Spooky Summer Nights. And the other event I'm participating in actively as a co-host, so excited, it's my second year doing it, is going to be the Tarot Readathon hosted by Deja from Deja's Book World and also Noelle from Noelle's Pages. If you're more of like a mood reader or you just want something that's a little bit more fun and novel as a way to select your TBR, definitely check out the Tarot Readathon, which is all month long. You know, you could even use like a virtual tarot deck. No need to buy anything for this. It's just a really fun way to guide your reading for the month, and all of the hosts have done such really great jobs at creating prompts that coordinate to specific tarot cards. Keep an eye out for announcement videos coming very, very soon. Number 8 is to watch the entire Creature from the Black Lagoon trilogy. At the start of the year, I made a goal to watch all of like the main core Universal monster movies. I've been making great headway on this, and summer just seems like obviously the perfect time to dive into the Creature from the Black Lagoon. I've seen the original one, and I just feel like summer is obviously a great time for this one because, you know, it takes place in an island area, there's water, and I also think of like animal attack, creature, monster movies when I think of summer. This also reminds me that I did want to reread Mallory O'Mara's book on Millicent Patrick, who was so important at helping create that iconic Gilman costume. I read it for the first time on audio, but I want to give it another reread. I really want the information to sink in. And similarly to my goal to watch those 3 Creature from the Black Lagoon movies, I also wanted to, for my 9th goal here, watch the original King Kong movie for the very first time. This one came out in the 1930s, and I just see how relevant and important Kong is today. Like, it's very much, you know, still coming out with movies and reboots and sequels, and there's comics and, you know, there's merch. Like, people love Kong, and I want to know what that is all about. And it just makes sense to start from the beginning. I do love my black and white movies, so I don't think there's going to be any disconnect between me just because it is a very old movie. My 10th goal of my Summerween 2024 is to craft Summerween treats and trinkets. So think cocktails, mocktails, little desserts, or like really small, simple DIYs. I am in no way a Martha Stewart, but we are doing our best. I'm more like a Tiffany than a Martha Stewart, that's for sure. And if you're like me, you get so overwhelmed by recipe options for drinks specifically online, which is why I kind of hang out in the recipe book world. Like Amy from Amy Noelle Reads, love Amy. She gave me a really great cocktail book for my birthday. It has tons of really cool things in here that are actually Summerween themed. Like I just saved here earlier today. There's the May Queen May Blossom Fizz, obviously harkening back to Midsummer. And then right the next few pages, we have Let's Go Camping Bramble with Gin, which sounds so delicious. And it's referencing the Blair Witch Project, which definitely gives me Summerween vibes for, you know, its setting of being in the forest. And then we have the Wicker Manhattan, get it? So that's this one. And then I also have this book I've had for so long. I've kind of been neglecting it because I was doing a really great job of crafting things from here. This is called Witchcraft Cocktails. And for every season, they have a cocktail that you can create. Like seriously, the artwork in here is just so gorgeous. It's a whole vibe, and it kind of incorporates spell work, which you can or cannot opt into. It's really just kind of up to you. And they have recipes for making your own, like lavender syrup, violet syrup, those kind of things. So I love that these are just like so Summerween, and I just go into one place. And, you know, looking for things online is great, but sometimes it's just a little bit overwhelming, and this keeps things simple for me. And then I have some other non-food crafts that I really want to prioritize that just give off Summerween vibes. Like diamond painting, I've been trying to get into that for so long, and I finally found something right here. So I'll put a picture up so you can actually see what the end products are supposed to look like. But I have these coasters that are very scenic when it comes to like summer landscapes that I think of when I think of summer. And then I have acrylic paints left over from some of like my paint by number projects that I picked up this really cute octopus. Like it's like a wood kind of hang up art thing. You could always like prop it up as well, but I got it from the Dollar Tree. So I thought it was a really awesome way to incorporate a lot of the acrylic paints I've just accumulated and challenge myself to create something cute from such a limited supply of colors. Maybe I'll make him like an evil octopus. That could be fun. Like maybe he's besties with like Cthulhu. I've been really trying to get into puzzle sets. I've been like hoarding a few of them and waiting for like the right time to bust him out. I picked up this awesome puzzle that's like, you know, Frankie living his best summer life on an island. It's 1,000 pieces. Ambitious, I know, but you know, we have a few months here just to chill out, listen to an audiobook, watch something as we puzzle away. When I think of summer, I do think of many things, one of which is aliens. So I think these are kind of like Legos. I don't know. I've been wanting to be a Lego girly for a long time, but I just never feel like I found the right set to embark on that journey. But this one I think is gonna be super cute, not too big, at least I hope not. I don't wanna like bite off more than I can chew, but it's an ongoing project I can come back to anytime it resonates. And you know me, I love a good theme, so maybe I'll find a really awesome alien audiobook to pair with building this. And now for the funnest part, let me know what is on your summer bucket list down below in the comments. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate you so much. Look out for more videos from me of the Summerween variety. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.